Howdy people, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss challenges. I probably jinxed myself because a discussion was going on about what we use to edit videos, blah blah blah. And I've mentioned that I love doing everything on my phone. I can everything on the go, wherever I'm at. Don't have to carry a computer or laptop around. I can just do everything for my videos right on my phone, and how that works for me. So I think since I said that, the laws of the universe threw me a curveball. Samsung Galaxy serious display problems. Samsung having to replace users' phone screens in India. Samsung again with strange lines showing up on their screens. And you see where I'm going with this? Look, don't buy used Samsung phones if you don't want green lines. And are you seeing green lines? You're not alone. So, if you guessed that I was going to have the same problems, you win, and I lose. But anyways, this phone's about 2.5 years old. Okay, so you see, there we go. That's a common thing for Samsung flagship phones, and mine is the S21. And looking at it, the value of it is still $300 and something, so we want to fix it instead of going out spending $1,000 plus on a new one. So let's go to the Samsung store. It's about 3 hours away. 3 hours later, we are at the Samsung store, and they said that the closest service center is 8-hour drive from here, so 11 hours to get service. So the Samsung employees advised that I try one of these hole-in-the-wall repair shops, and I went to 3 or 4 of them that like this, and none of them had any parts from my phone. And if they did, they would be generic aftermarkets, not official Samsung parts. But either way, that means waiting a week or two. So I did the smart thing, which is to reach out to Samsung before making the 11-hour drive there. And I was basically told to take my phone back to America because they won't fix it. Since Samsung doesn't want to support their flagship phones, I'm ordering parts online to try to see what I can do with this myself. Because at this point it's that, or wait a couple weeks for the repair shop to order the same generic parts. This is a generic Galaxy screen. So I thought, while replacing the screen, it's about 2.5 years old, might as well get a new battery. So this is the new battery, a little holographic, official whatever, blah blah blah. Looks like a Samsung battery, but back to the package. Read the back. Optimal stability, superior lasting. Obviously that's not English, which is a dead giveaway on a lot of these things. This is a fake knockoff battery, and they're trying to copy stuff in English, but they have no idea what English is. But yeah, fake battery. So we have to decide if we're going to try the fake battery or just leave the original in. We'll see. First step is to remove the back cover, and the back cover here is already loose. Already kind of been a little bit here, and you're just going around and taking the back cover off. And this is kind of the phone. And if we flip this over, this is the replacement. You kind of see these markings here where your camera's going to go here, something's going to go there. You can see the battery under here. See those push buttons? It already has a new ribbon cable for those. It's already in. So it's got a few things already set up for you, but we've got to take this cover off first. And this is, I've already done, this is the only thing I've actually done is I've taken this cover off. This is just a peel and stick. The black is this is the wireless charging device right here. But you take that, you flip that over, you can see there's a ribbon cable for it right there you have to remove. But let me set this here. We've got to take these other cables free. You can see there's a screw here that's going to go back into here. All these pieces, everything has to go back in and line up, so we're going to work on that now. We're going to work on taking this apart, see what happens. Again, this flips up, has a ribbon cable, but we can't get to it right now. But we've got to take all the screws out. Okay, so at some point the stupid camera on this cheap phone stopped recording, and I can't see it, so don't know where it started, where it stopped, where whatever, but we're going to see if this will turn on. Samsung, it has this little protector on it. I don't want to take this completely off in case it needs to get sent back. And that's my home screen, so maybe it'll work. I'm not going to show you my pin. Phone is starting. So everything looks to be okay with this so far. We'll put the back cover back on, check the charging, go through, check all the cameras, and test everything. But the screen Screen is working, touchscreen is functioning, the fingerprint sensor works, so far so good. Okay, that lasted less than a day and the screen's already messing up. So we'll just sit back for a few minutes and watch this phone go crazy and do random things on its own. Screen has now become less than 24 hours, so it's become completely unresponsive to anything. I can't even turn the phone off. Nothing. Nothing. So I'm gonna have to open it up while the phone's still turned on just to try to shut it down or something. I don't know. I took the phone apart, I cleaned the screen, everything, checked all the connections, everything, put it back together, and that the new aftermarket screen just didn't work. So what I did next is I took it back apart and I tried to put the original damaged screen that has a line across. I tried to go and reinstall that to put the phone back together the way it was, and that's when I found this problem. We're looking across the back underneath the cameras where you see this ribbon cable. That ribbon cable is what attaches the power and the volume up and down button. And here's a close-up of the end of that ribbon cable where it plugs in. And now we're going to take a look at the board itself. And if you look at that, just visualize where that would fold down onto the board, and the plug-in for it is gone. So the little plug on the main board that the ribbon goes into is actually stuck into the ribbon on the replacement screen that failed. And I don't know if it's just weak soldering on the Samsung board, or I don't know if the aftermarket screen, if the plug-in was made wrong and it ripped it off when it came apart. I don't know. But the important thing to take away from this is the only reason I'm having to do this and trying to fix this thing myself is because Samsung will not stand behind their flagship cell phones. They won't fix it. I didn't ask for a discount. I didn't ask for anything for free. I just said, hey, this is broken. I need to fix it. And they tell me, go halfway around the world and bring my phone back to America. It's wrong. It's dead wrong. So I took the phone back into one of the local repair shops and I tried to get them to solder the connector back on, and that failed. So now we're trying plan B, which is a piece of aluminum foil to try to jumper across the power button controls and volume controls, because the way you turn the phone off, you have to hold the power button down for like 5 seconds or whatever it is, and there's no button anymore, so it's impossible without those to turn it on. So we're trying to just jump across, but we've got it plugged in and you can see that the screen is working, but we got to see just if we can get the aluminum foil to jump that across and actually boot the phone. You can't really see what I'm doing here, but I'm moving that piece of aluminum foil, just trying to get the connector to hit it just right to simulate pressing the power button on to start the phone. And it took a few tries and wiggling it around, but you can see here it is actually starting to boot, and it booted into some sort of safety mode, so I actually had to do it twice to get it to restart. But so as it is right now, the phone is working. It does have that line across it, and there's no on-off button, so I have to keep it charged always. Okay, so this has been going on kind of behind the scenes of life and making videos and everything for the last month, going back and forth with this phone issue. And in case anyone's wondering, I do have a backup phone that I keep with me because I mean, you guys know how important all your banking, all your finances, everything is done on phones nowadays. And the fact that I am halfway around the world, it's that much more important. So I do keep a backup phone, but it's not compatible with anything here. It's a Wi-Fi only type deal. You can't even put a SIM in it here. It's locked onto Verizon network back at home. So I ended up picking up a cheap phone for about $150 US here to keep doing what I need to do and to be able to get online. And I've been making videos with that and kind of doing what I can. And then more of my editing and things of that nature has been on a laptop. So everything's kind of been crazy. And that's kind of where it is now. So ultimately, the real decision is what am I going to do long term for a phone, because I am I can't tell you how disappointed I am with Samsung on this. You buy a flagship phone from supposed to be the best, or one of the two best cell phone companies on the planet. Well, flustered, sorry. And then they just let you down. So it's really super disappointed. It's shaken my confidence with that. If I wasn't so anti-Apple, anti-learning their OS, should we say, I probably would switch to an iPhone or something. But I just, at this point, I don't know. I'm just kind of figuring out, but just kind of taking it day by day and doing what we're doing. And I hope this at least has provided some entertainment for you guys, kind of see how much fun I'm having. But that is life, and we keep going. And if you want to help the channel, help me out, you can hit the subscribe, the like, the share, thumbs up, thumbs down, any of those good fun things. And I will see you guys down the road.